And I also stole that. Yes, I say it's like obviously I'm not bothered because I don't care. Like I know about the bloody Unturned thing. Like obviously I don't care enough about Final Fantasy VII for the sequel remake. Oh, I forgot this has eye tracking. I just want to turn this down just ever so slightly. See.
I finished my job for Spike.
Oh, I don't want to fucking do this.
If we don't get some
When you click new game and you want to override a save, override the goddamn save.
The sun was setting and I would have got
Not,
in the dark.
oh, you clicked on new game campaign and you want it to load? Oh yeah, we can do that. Just let me play a goddamn new game. Fucking hell. Go away. Quit. Yes. We'll get there eventually. Play. Campaign. I can't delete that, so... Can I really not delete this? Oh, maybe. Delete. Yes. There we go. Normal, please. Yeah.
Activated.
Now we're playing as Chris Redfield.
Data on the subject, Kadir Suleiman, a local political figure hired to maintain order after the outbreak. His brother Hassan died in a disease-related incident before we were able to evacuate him. Suleiman blamed the GRE for Hassan's death. He stole a highly sensitive file which became his bargaining chip.
The same voice actor as Chris, yes, and it's also the same voice actor as Sonic the Hedgehog in the more recent Sonic games.
In 10 seconds.
It details the incomplete process of synthesizing a cure for the virus.
And Ezio Auditore Defidenze.
The produced substance may be extremely toxic. Also, the file contains full description of the virion structure. Any attempt to use it would result in countless lives lost.
Gotta go fast.
It must be recovered. Further information, current status. Suleiman sent the file to an associate unknown to us, with instructions to publicize it at his command at any time.
How directly the parachute
To
that
counter
early?
that, we instituted a citywide communication jam, preventing him from publicizing the file. Your GRE-issued radio can overcome that jamming. It is your lifeline. Do not lose it. Suleiman has since gone underground and begun using a different name. We have reason to believe he now leads one of the two main factions operating within the city. You are to find Suleiman and locate the stolen file in order to save mankind from a disaster of unprecedented proportions.
And this is where everything immediately goes wrong.
I told you that wasn't a normal drop shoot.
Break his legs, then take him to rides.
Back up! All of you!
Stop! Loud noises draw them. Fall back! Fall back!
I'm sorry this is very loud, I will turn it down in a minute.
Let's get him off the
Get the door open!
I don't know if I can pause this, and I don't want to find out, in case it skips the ever so impressive story.
Tower, this is Jade. Get sick bay ready. Got a guy with a bad head wound and a bite on one arm.
Oh shit, Amir's hurt?
No, Amir is gone. But
can
I'm
say
bringing
that.
in someone who might still survive.
One of us?
We'll see.
What do you mean, we'll see? You can't use me like that. I'm not a whore. I'd pay for that shit. So yeah, I will turn down the audio in a minute. Fucking hell.
You pinch him. You're scared. I'm not scared. Then pinch him. He blinked. What? He blinked again. What if he's a zombie?
Rarg brains.
Run!
Options, game. I should do. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's much better.
You sleep for 3 days like a dead man, then scare children? Off to a great start, 31.
That wasn't my fault.
In paradise, can't you see? Okay, enough joking around. Head to room 190. The boss will brief you.
What do you mean 31?
Ask the boss.
I just wanted to... Oh yeah. Subtitles.
31. That's your number.
Excuse me?
Your number. You're the 31st infected. I'm the 18th. Everything is counted here. 1 fewer doses of antizin. 1 more new infected. 1 more runner gone. 31 infected and only 7 runners left.
Amir died because of this guy?
Screw you.
Quiet. Oh, fuck quiet. Now he's gonna get Amir.
No, look, it's guy who dies later.
Hey, I'm looking for the... Are you the boss?
What, am I too young? You got the problem with my age?
No, You wanted to talk to me?
That's better. Do you remember anything? Know what you are?
Yeah, I can see this is some kind of shelter.
We call it the Tower. Brecken and his runners put it all together a couple of months ago, and we've been here ever since. Hunting airdrops, scavenging, and rescuing people.
Yeah, I wanted to thank that girl.
Good, because if not for her, you'd already be chewing somebody's knee bone. Your antizin was totally crushed, by the way. Only thing Jade could salvage was your radio.
Oh, great. So can I get that back, please?
Actually, I think I need it more than you do.
Believe me, pal, that's not the case.
Fine. Take it. You know why runners put their lives in danger? For guys like you.
Oh, shut up.
So now you take the antizin meant for someone else, and you won't even share your gear with us? I don't have time to deal with your bullshit. I've lost contact with one of our guys thanks to the fucked up radios we're stuck with. Do something for me, would you? I don't want to see you or your precious radio anymore, so go be useful somewhere else. We don't tolerate lazy assholes here in the tower.
Hey, be fair. I'm not lazy. I'm just, hey, boss.
Save it. That last guy I mentioned, he's only on the 13th floor, but he might as well be trapped in a mine cave-in. Come back later. And I'm not the boss. Too young, remember? I'm Rahim. Brecken's in charge here.
I'm not lazy, you little shit.
You know this one? What did these zombies say?
Where do you think you're going?
The 13th floor. I'm getting some stuff for Rahim.
13? Shit. There's gonna be some dirty work. But we all got to pull our weight around here, huh?
Jesus.
Lovely.
How many people died here?
Enough.
Crane here.
Where were you? We've been waiting for your report. It's been over 70 hours.
I lost my radio for a while. Don't worry, my cover's intact. No contact with the tower's leader yet. Unable to confirm identity. I'm taking steps to blend in.
Acknowledged. Time is of the essence, Crane. Remember that.
There's one more thing. I got bitten. I've shown no symptoms, but the people here say I'm infected.
Then you'd better get your hands on some antizin ASAP.
Help!
Hadn't you?
Help! Somebody!
What the hell?
Oh, pipe. And that's why I like this game.
I cut my arm, getting away from him. Oh, God. You had to kill him, didn't you? God damn it. That was...
Slow-mo zombie hitting. No, just the aspect of
It's all right now. I'll
you
get help.
hit certain areas and like obviously with knives and stuff you cut them off, or with blunt weapons you hit them and you break them, but because they're zombies and stupid they still try and hit you with it, but their arm just flails around if you break it. Like just the aspect of how they built the sort of physics for the zombies, I like it. I do. Because, like, obviously you're hitting a zombie, then you hit them again and their head bursts, or you blow open their arm or whatever.
Hey, hold still. Lena will be here any minute.
Gauze. You've got to find some gauze. Oh, and alcohol. Combine them.
Because I don't know about you, because obviously you might enjoy this game since you asked me to really play it. But,
Okay, I'll be right back.
like, I'm like one of the only people who enjoys Dead Island. Not so much Dead Island Riptide, but I think that's just because I had enough of Dead Island at that point, but I didn't want to play a sequel of the exact same game. But I really enjoyed Dead Island. Never beat it because the game crashed when the game was saving right at the end when I was doing the final boss, and yeah, I lost all my progress, so... Use of music and vibe you reach.
Okay, I think that's everything I'm gonna find.
Fight the
Let's give this a
runners.
shot.
What, in this? The humans? Yeah, fighting the humans in this is either extremely easy, or you get bombarded. Oh, inventory, blueprints. Oh yeah, I've also got the DLC stuff. I forgot about this. I'm gonna try and lay off the DLC stuff. I'll use them every now and then, but I'll try and lay them off. No, the runner zombies. Oh, the runner zombies. Yeah, I mean the runner zombies. Again, they're all right, but yeah, I mean it's just that they're fast, and if you find a lot of them, you can get swamped pretty easy.
Who's hurt?
He's bleeding pretty bad.
Let me see him. Gauze and alcohol, huh? Pretty primitive, but it'll work. Thanks for the help. I'll take care of him from here.
Well done, 31.
Oh, the time is 17:39.
Hey, 31. Not bad for a new guy. Perhaps I misjudged you.
I just want to help out and repay you guys for what you did for me.
Well, good. Come find me, and we'll talk about how you can do that.
Yeah, like I mentioned the other day, which obviously you probably wasn't here, but the thing is with this game's too easy, because once you find the Easter egg claymore sword thing, I forgot what the fucking hell it's called, but once you find that, like, that weapon will never break. So even when you get it to like no damage whatsoever, and I think this is just true with any two-handed weapons, but when you charge up the attack and you hit a zombie, sometimes they go flying, and I think specifically with this weapon they do. So what you can do is like play the game at night when you're not supposed to, because obviously all the harder zombies come out. Stand on top of like the highest roof you can find, and then just charge it up, swing away, kill them, and just max rank easy.
Let me think.
Rahim, you are just smart enough to be dangerous, you know that? Omar told me about your plans for the nest. Explosive charges? Really?
What? Explosives?
Oh,
Never said
please.
that.
You can't tell a convincing lie to save your life.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah? You think you can't die?
You're not my mom.
No, I'm not. Our mom's dead. So you might want to be a little nicer to me since I'm the only family you have left. Especially now that Amir is gone.
You're Jade, right?
Right.
I just wanted to thank you for what you did for me and tell you how sorry I am for your loss. I owe you and Amir my life.
Yeah, you do. You want to return the favor? Keep my dipshit brother from killing himself.
Yeah, I can't keep that promise.
Explosives, Rahim.
So, is that enough? Do I get to talk to Brecken now?
First, go change your clothes. I left some new ones for you in your room. You're in 194.
Something wrong with what I'm wearing?
You need something that fits the job Brecken wants you to do. Call me when you've changed.
Okay.
Okay, Rahim, I'm ready. Where do I find Brecken?
Not so fast, 31. If you're going to earn your keep, we have to find out if you've got the skills. So get your ass up to the gym. It's on the top floor. Just a couple flights up.
Fly Dippities. I'm assuming that person ran around the sun or something, or ran around Earth.
How are zombies like...
Rahim, I don't see you. Where are you?
Those. Well, what are you waiting for? Get over here.
What do I have to press escape for?
You want to feel right at home? A crane? On a crane.
Oh, there's a thing right below me. Oh, I think it's later on anyway. What are you doing? Also, I'll be going to that bridge later. Because you jump off the edge, climb up it, and there's an Easter egg. Or an achievement. One of the two. So I'll do that as soon as I can.
Gym. First things first, you've got to learn how to run.
What do you mean, learn how to run?
Just do what I say, alright? Now, jump down to the very bottom.
What are you, nuts? I'd kill myself.
Don't be a wimp.
Come on, you can't be serious.
Watch this.
Rahim!
My leg!
Jesus, don't move! I'll get help!
Ha! I was just fucking with you.
Son of a bitch!
What? You can't take a joke? Come on! Get your ass down here!
Christ on a crutch.
I mean, it's Christ on a bike, but whatever.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
It's a rush, isn't it? But don't blow your load just yet. There's more. To survive outside, you got to take advantage of the terrain. Most eaters suck at climbing, so the harder the terrain is, the better for you. I've got some typical situations set up for you. Let's see how you handle them.
Sometimes it's better to crawl through the low, narrow passages. Eaters will have a tough time following you. Try not to slow down once you start running. Outside, if you stop, you're probably dead. Not bad. For a noob.
No, screw you.
Alright, get up on that scaffold. And don't fall, because there sure as hell ain't no net. That's my favorite. Cat grab and muscle up. You won't survive outside for 10 minutes if you can't do that. Good job. Okay, time for the real test. Get back to the crane. Make use of anything and everything while you run.
I mean, climbing very slowly.
Okay, that's enough. You've got some serious natural talent, man. Either that, or you've done this before. You done this before?
Hardly. The closest I ever came to this was running track in high school.
Well, then you're a fucking prodigy. Never seen anything like it.
What's happening to me?
Crane?
Shit. Oh, shit.
Crane, talk to me. What's going on?
Something went wrong. Rahim, what just happened to me?
Oh shit. I bet you're having your first seizure. Just get back over here.
Raheem, what the fuck was that? Does this mean I'm turning?
Most likely no. At least not yet. Caesars reminds you that you're infected. You better go see Dr. Zera though. He'll check you out, probably give you a shot of antizin. Before you head out to see Zera, talk to the quartermaster. He'll gear you up so you can go outside without getting your head bitten off.
Why? What's wrong with getting my head bitten off? Oh, this is my bag, okay. Also, did I not level up? I know.
All right, they've given me an actual job. And nobody suspects I'm not who I say I am. So far, so good. And once Dr. Zera helps me manage these symptoms I'm dealing with, I'll be even better.
Oh, you're the new scout. Raheem radioed me about you.
Yeah, that's me. Name's Crane.
I'm not gonna bother learning your name till you survive a few days, but here, this is for you. By the way, word around the tower is you're just another deadbeat in line for food or antizin. By which I mean, the people here don't much like you. But don't blame them. It's easy to get paranoid when you're isolated. And since somebody's jamming communications to the outside, there's plenty of paranoia to go around. Whole damn city with nobody to call for help but ourselves. You bring me some supplies from the airdrops, though, and you'll see people change their tunes in a hurry. That shit's a game changer.
Thanks. I'll bear that in mind. Listen, is there anything else? I'm in a bit of a rush.
Also, if you're looking to get more popular, you can try helping folks. Do a few favors.
Yeah, none of this
might
matters.
like you more. Might even find a woman. Keep you warm at night.
Oh, rusty adjustable wrench. And a table leg. I mean, why not? Okay, I will.
Going outside, yeah?
No, why? I thought I'd just stand here.
Okay, new guy. Be careful out there. We've lost too many already.
And that's the tutorial.
Okay, noob. You've got Dr. Zera set up in a semi-trailer on a fenced-in playing court. When you leave the tower, hang a left and head due south. You can't miss it.
It's Crane, kid.
All right, Crane. Just keep moving. There's no time to take in the sights. And try not to make too much noise. Sound attracts those fuckers.
Yeah, no, but I'm going all the way over to the bridge. Oh no, it's the unturned. That's a community thing. But yeah, I just want to get that bridge done. So like then I can level up my running ability or whatever. Oh, $68? You gotta be shitting me. Like I said, doing this now, I can get a level or two out of it. The only thing I somewhat wish the game would do is give me a bloody stamina meter. I know what his stamina is. When he starts breathing more heavily, you want to calm down, but... Oh, we're gonna mirror's edge of this. That's the shortcut back into this tower. Can I really not climb any further up? Really? Okay, never mind then. I ain't going all the way up. Okay, maybe I am going up. I'm so glad this isn't Shadow of the Colossus, and you have a stamina meter for this. No, you stupid fuck. You press the jump button, but he just sort of... Where will this set me? If it sets me nowhere near here, I'm not climbing it. Yeah, I'm not climbing it. I'll do that later. What I mean later, I mean like tomorrow. Is that where you get the Easter egg? I know there's an achievement for climbing that and jumping off, but I want to say there is something up there as well. But I know the Claymore sword in the stone thing is, I think, east somewhere, just off the shore, I think. Yeah, I want to say it's out here somewhere, I think. Yeah, the sword's over here somewhere. Or it could be that right there, but I know there's an island off the shore. So it could very well be that where you find the sword. But yeah, you swim out to it, obviously, and then you pick it up. Actually, I'll see about that now. Because if I'm going to die and be reset here, I might as well reset here. I'll always do that. Well, we're about to find out. Yeah, I think it is. I think I just saw it. Yep, there it is. Oh yeah, that's it, the Excalibur. You have to hold F for, I think, like a minute or something. Or you have to be a certain power level. Oh no, there we go. So, yeah. This is where the Excalibur is. So how's everyone doing? We're gonna be here for a while. Okay, so when I said a minute, I meant like 3. It's worth it, don't worry. It's actually a pretty decent weapon. You can never repair it, I don't think. Or you can obviously only repair it a certain amount of times, but like I say, if you, when you get the charge ability, or if you use the charge tech, you can just send enemies, more zombies flying. It's pretty funny. So I think you can hit with it like 5 times before it needs repairing. And that's it. Thinking about finally starting your royal run in Break of Neo. Ooh, that'll take you like 150 hours. Unless you skip through every cutscene and dialogue, then whatever. But if you intend to play it legitimately, it'll take you about 150 hours probably. There we go. Reward Excalibur. There you go. Excalibur. And it does like an absurd amount of damage. 327 damage. And you get 7 repairs and it has 56 durability. So yeah, I can hit with this thing like 5 or 6 times. Then it runs out, but I believe it gives you increased experience. So learn how to gain 4 new slots for carrying weapons. Learn how to use plans to create boosters. No, give me that. There you go, I can now hold 8 items. Yeah, like I say, this on the map is where Excalibur is. Is it a worthwhile weapon? You're damn right it is. But it somewhat isn't. Because like I say, you can only repair it 7 times and that's it. After that it does like no damage, but like I say, with the charge attack that you can unlock, you just sit on top of the highest building, fling enemies off, get max level. I'm surprised I actually remembered where that was. There are very few things in terms of like Easter eggs that I remember like their exact location. That one's obvious because it's just out in the fucking middle of nowhere. Yeah. Like I say, I will play P5R at some point. I don't know when. If I do. Thing is, I don't know if I'd play it in the morning and stream it. Just because I don't really do anything in the morning, so it's my sort of free time that I can just put a few hours in every now and then. Because I probably won't wanna play it again for like 150 hours. Like if I sat down and reread everything again, I wouldn't want to do it again. Oh yeah, no, I'm doing that tomorrow. I am. I'll do that tomorrow. Like I can play this for like an hour and a half because, I mean, it's just me running around killing zombies. Mass Effect, I'm ending the game. So I'm doing that tomorrow morning. Well, when I get on tomorrow, then I'll continue this. So yeah, don't worry, I'm actually going to finish it, but... I'm not going to be able to do this. Hey, man. Nope, turn around, goddammit. No, what are you doing? Yeah, I was never gonna fucking do that. So yeah, don't worry about Mass Effect. I haven't forgotten. It's just that, obviously with me playing Resident Evil today, I knew I wasn't gonna have time to finish it. So I'll do that tomorrow. I love that so much. Difficulty hard, well I ain't fucking doing it. Map. Go to the entrance of underground parking in slums. Fucking love this thing. Actually, did they up? Oh, you know, its durability is dead already. Like, say, you only get 7 hits with it. Oh, and you get 25 with that, 30 with that, and 20 with that. So, like I say, it's broken already. And you can't repair it. You can't. So now, it's a pretty worthless weapon. But it's pretty funny just slamming zombies like that. It is. I'm going there. I'm not going to be able to do it, but... No! That's why I'm not going to do it. Stupid fuck. Oh, you know what? Fuck off. Oh, welcome back, Mark. Oh, you fucking bastard. I mean, I guess in terms of speedrunning, if you knew for a fact you could get somewhere, do something, and do something else to warp back. It's a nice little warping method, but I doubt you can do quests. Yeah, here's the Excalibur Easter egg sword that I was telling you about. It's already broken because it only has 7 hits, so now it does nothing. Except that. So do I recommend you get it? Not really. 7 hits to gain a slight increase of EXP. Not worth it. I mean, it's nice just to have, but especially since it's called the Excalibur, which is a really shitty pun for Black Blazer. Yeah, like I say, the sword's called the EXP Caliber. Obviously Excalibur, but Excalibur because it gives you a slight increase in experience. What is the quarantine zone objectives? Oh, some coffee and a water pipe. I don't mind if I do. Oh, hey. Naughty. I'm guessing I can turn that on, but I can't because I haven't progressed far enough into the game. Duly noted. Now I've got to fucking run all the way back. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, my agility leveled up. Even better. Give me the cha-cha slide. Your face when the chick that was moaning Myrtle in Harry Potter turns up in your Doctor Who bundle. Wait, what? I mean, first of all, that actress was like 30 or 40 when she played Moaning Myrtle. And two, what? What bundle? No, naughty. You have some Doctor Who season bundles based on Doctor Years. Yeah, no, but you're gonna need to explain further. What bundle? Oh, jiggle physics. I'd still tap that. Excuse me. Damn it. Did I like the movie Zombieland? Never seen it. Technically I've never seen it. Tell a lie. Like, I've watched it, but it's one of those movies that I sort of left on in the background whilst I did other stuff. So I've never properly sat down to watch it. I mean, it seems to be an alright movie, but yeah, it was just one of those background movies for me. Where I just leave it on because there's nothing else on and I do other stuff. Essentially, over most of the Tennant Smith years on a stream service. Ooh, I mean, first of all, why don't you have Christopher Eccleston either? Like, you should only own Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, and Matt Smith. Peter Capaldi was a good Doctor. He kind of just got the short end of the straw with a lot of two-part episodes, which got annoying after a while. But good actor and good Missy for the Master.
Doctor? Hello?
But yeah, then with the new stuff again, good actress, but
So
just short end of the stick, really.
What? No. Suppressant. It's called antizin. Suppresses the symptoms.
Yes, like I say, if you can also get obviously all the David Tennant stuff, minimum. Yeah, like I say, if you can also get the Christopher Eccleston first season. Eccleston was tackled on your Tennant bundle. Okay, good. Good. It's a shame that Eccleston only did one season, but it was a very good season, and I'm happy that we have at least that season with him, so...
Dr. Camden's help, yes. I think so. Now, where did I put that injector?
Who's Dr. Camden?
A colleague trapped in Sector 0, where the outbreak first, well, broke out. We've been collaborating via radio, though we would have made more progress if the connection were better. Also, if my earlier experiment...
Wait, you're watching the episode that doesn't even have
recombined versions of the
David Tennant in it. You're watching the Absorbaloff episode, are you not? The one with the random group of people who get sucked in and it's down to one man alone to defeat the Absorbaloff. And then eventually, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, I know which episode you're exactly talking about now that I think about it. You are.
In any case,
Don't talk about Doctor Who, please. Because as soon as you said Moaning Myrtle, my brain went on to other stuff about getting Eccleston in it, and then I thought to myself, Moaning Myrtle, what episode is she in? My brain immediately then clicked to, obviously, the Absorbaloff episode, and went, oh, yep, that one.
Raheem, Zara checked me out and gave me another shot.
Okay, great.
You know how many times I've watched that episode?
For a while.
Once.
Which is good, because I'm starting to get used to the idea of bossing you around.
And I still remember what happens in it.
So, time for a real trial. Go talk to Spike.
And I do know that Peter Kay, English comedian in case you don't know, plays the Absorbaloff, whatever. It's either B or a V, it's one of the two.
Hey, Spike?
Yeah.
Crane.
Just what I need. More unskilled labor. Alright.
And I want to say that season 2, well, season 1 for David Tennant, but season 2 of the new stuff.
The other kind is filled with antizin. The GRE
I think it's his first season.
lets us know when they're on the way. Look, the trouble
Could
is,
be his second, I'm not
Antizin
sure.
keep getting raided by Rise's thugs. And without antizin, we're basically screwed. Rise and his boys only operate during the day because going out after dark is a dandy way to get killed. But the next 2 antizin drops are coming down right at sunset tonight, and Brecken means to go after them. This may be our only chance to reach the airdrop.
What's my part here?
Well, as I said, going out at night is basically suicide. Or it would be if
Okay,
I
then.
hadn't been setting up safe zones and traps out there for weeks now.
Take it down to
which
the
I
floor
have.
every hour, take a shower,
Brecken and his
feel the
team
power.
will be okay tonight,
It's
so
Tennant's
long as
first,
you
yeah,
get out
okay.
there now.
Like I say, it's just that I can't remember when it was. I was 90% sure it was his first season, but it could have been very early season 2, but
Brecken won't survive the night, and if he
Scooter,
doesn't come back with antizin, we are lost.
the scooter jumping all
Before
over
you
the
head out
world.
there, grab some firecrackers. Made them myself. They make a fine distraction if you get in trouble.
You're gonna have to elaborate more. It's a song. Yes, I know. Like, it may be a song I know, like a rave trance song from many years ago. Unless I hear it, I can't tell you if I know it or not. Especially rave songs, like not exactly my first go-to lyrical German guy with blonde hair called Scooter. For fuck's sake, am I gonna have to Google this? I mean, he looks familiar, I will admit. Yeah, he looks familiar. Obviously, when I listen to it, I'll know.
Jade here. Is anyone outside right now? Urgent help needed.
I'm outside, working for Spike.
You're Crane, right? Listen, our runners tried to secure one of our safe houses for Brecken's mission. He's in a courtyard by Vefa and Mimar, surrounded by zombies. We gotta help him.
Alright, I'm on it.
Yeah, like I say, once I'm done with this, I'll have a listen. want to like Jodie, but let's just say this latest season made a shit ton of people check out the series. Chris Chibnall has gained the eye of the majority of the fan base. Yeah, I don't want to go into it because I know what happens, but let's just say I'm really annoyed. Again, what was it? It was through on Epic Games a few days ago. I don't want the Chinese government to hack into my details, thank you very much. They're already hacking people on that Zoom thing, or whatever the hell that thing is. Don't want them. China. If I said Japan, I'm sorry.
Oh man, I think it's too late for this guy.
Alright. Finish it. Just...
Okay, it's done. Fuck.
You had no choice. He wasn't human anymore. Now hurry. You still need to turn on the lights. That's the only way to make this place safe at night.
China. Yes, like I say, I mean... What do you mean, so?
Ah, shit.
You haven't even continued the series 12 since episode 1, but based on what you've heard, you've lost motivation to even try. Well, genuinely, I feel betrayed, in a way. I mean, I'm not even... Oh, nice, you can have national outfits. Yes. Yeah, like...
Got the lights on?
If you want to know what happens...
Almost. Just give me a second.
I will tell you in like half a sentence. Zombie apocalypse starts tomorrow. What's my plan? Masturbate. Masturbate a lot. What else am I gonna do? Yeah, like I say, if you want like a one sentence summary, I can do that for you. Because when I found out, I wasn't pissed, admittedly. I was
Got him set up in a sort of research
upset.
He's working on a cure for the virus. His name is Zera.
I was upset because everything that Doctor Who has pretty much been is just been some guy, a companion or two, turning up, saving the day in a period of time on an alien planet or on Earth, and then moving on to the next adventure. That's all it was, and that's all it needed to be. But this new series had to go down a route of adding more character to the character of the Doctor and sort of the Master alongside it. But personally, what they've done this season has completely, essentially just ruined everything. I might have his flaws, but sure, even he didn't flow it up that hard as Chibi. Well, the thing is, if that guy is the guy that I'm aware of, he's the biggest cunt in the world. Someone should walk around town with a t-shirt that says COVID zombie. No, someone should walk around town. Bollocks. Damn it, there isn't one here.
You still have some firecrackers, don't you? Just throw some into the crowd. Those dead bastards are easily distracted.
Oh.
All done with the car, Spike.
Keep on like that, you just might make it. The next trap's close by, and I shouldn't have to tell you, but don't get caught out in the open.
Spike, these freaks are everywhere. If I need to use a trap, how do I activate it?
You can't. I told you, they're only for the night mission.
Shit. Okay.
No, someone should walk around with one of these on. maybe, but in your brief time as a fan, you found that with New Who, the episodes you enjoy tend to be Moffat ones. I mean, I do prefer Russell T Davies myself. I think it's Russell T Davies who did the older stuff. Yeah, I think it's Russell T Davies who brought it back for, like, everything up until David Tennant. Then I think Moffat... What?! Oh, I was gonna fucking say. But yeah, I think Russell T Davies brought it back up until the end of David Tennant. Then David Tennant left. And then obviously Moffat came along, and Matt Smith as well. So yeah, I'm not going to argue that Moffat was terrible. You know, Moffat is a good director, writer, whatever he was doing. Like, he's not a bad guy. Obviously, not everyone's going to have a perfect season. And when you're, say, writing, like, say, like 4 seasons, for an example, you're eventually going to have one minimum bad episode, you know? Like, it's just to be expected. T. Davies was running from Equus until end of Tennant. Yeah, like I say. Then Tennant left because I think he felt like it was his time to go, because Russell was there from his beginning up until obviously when he was leaving. He felt like it was time for him to go as well. Like he had his moment. Can I even fucking make that? I can find it. So yeah, that's why he left. And then sort of when the decision was made, like he felt fine with the decision, but he didn't really feel like, you know, sort of cryy as he does at the end of the episode that they do for him, because, you know, you can make a decision about leaving a show, that's fine, but when it actually happens, you know, all of a sudden, you know, that's why his final lines are, "I don't want to go." And he starts tearing up, obviously. And that's probably just him on set getting to the conclusion and realization of it's actually happening. Like, I think 4 years, I think he did it for. Yeah, it was Rose Tyler, Martha Jones, then I know Thingy was in it. Catherine... Fuck, I forgot her last name, but Catherine something. Am I bothered? I think 4 seasons, I think he did. No, Donna Noble, but I'm talking about the actresses. I mean, I don't know why I said actresses when I did Rose. Yeah, Catherine Tate, that's it.
Not again. Alright, listen. There's a power substation near you. Go check it out.
Yeah, Catherine Tate. But yeah, no, Donna Noble. And Wilfred. Her grandpa, I think? Who was actually in Doctor Who back in the very early seasons. He was. So then they obviously brought him back. They did. Which I found to be like a quite nice touching thing, it was. You know, like, he had his experiences with him when he was younger. Then they bring him back all these years later as, you know, yeah, Wilfred. Intensive care has a 50-50 chance of survival. Big Boris is in trouble. I don't want to know about Big Boris. Thank you very much.
Fuck, what is this?
Hey. Oh, Boris is in intensive care. No, I know he is, yeah. Shambles. Well, you know, it is what it is. At least it's not the Scottish health minister or whatever going on her home vacation after she very specifically told people to stay indoors, has now resigned. Can't imagine why. It's like, you're in a position of sort of power in this state of the world at the minute, and you do the one thing that you're telling everyone else not to do. Will he blow that up if he hits it? I don't think he will. Fuck, I knew that was going to clip me eventually. Also, you can talk about what's happened. You understand they gave the Doctor this piss poor origin now. The Doctor is a god. An unknown god with unknown origins, but a god nonetheless, with the power to regenerate. So the Time Lords decided to take this kid that they found with this newfound power, experiment on them for who knows how long, through many generations of the Doctor changing, this god using its newfound power. So then the Time Lords eventually somehow managed to pull that part of the god out of it and use it for themselves. So now the Time Lords can live forever. Of course they can live forever now. They've got, almost, the power of a god. So what do? They become the most known place in the galaxy. They're the most forward, technologically advanced place in the galaxy. But they experimented on a godchild, and that's why the Master is pissed at the Time Lords. Because... bollocks. No, stop doing that, I've got to clean. Because they experimented on a kid that was a god. So yeah. I wish that was a lie, but sadly it is not. I've also got tea in my keyboard. Because I spilled tea like an idiot. Fucking keyboard gets here. But do you want to know what the best thing is? They was doing this timeline with, I think if he was 9th, he would have been 8th. 9th, 7th. I think they was doing this storyline with the 7th Doctor. Fuck, I forgot his name, but the guy with the curly hair. They was doing this exact timeline with him. They was. And what's this for? What is this for? Oh, never mind. I've got toilet paper. So they was, like I said, they was doing this this storyline years ago, but then they pretty much dropped it. They did. I can't imagine why, and I genuinely don't know. Like they dropped it. But you know what the best thing is? The very man who has wrote... No, not Sylvester McCoy, the guy before him. Yeah, the guy before Sylvester McCoy. Colin Baker. Him. Who a lot of people didn't like, and it wasn't really his fault again, it was just writing. But they was doing this pretty much storyline with him of the Doctor could have had many faces up until this point. Who knows how many he could have had. But like I said, they pretty much dropped that, they did, eventually. But the best thing, bollocks, the best thing is the guy who's writing for Doctor Who now, who's made this storyline of the Doctor having many faces and essentially being a god, is the very same man who went on to the BBC years ago to complain and say that it was not stupid, but to input his voice of, I don't think this is a good idea, it won't be good story-wise. And then what does that fucker do like 30 years later? The exact story he didn't want to happen. But he fucking does it anyway. That's the best thing. Like, he went on TV publicly to say, I don't think this is good or for the show or the characters. We shouldn't be doing this. And he fucking does it anyway. So he really fucked up. Obviously he won't seem to think so, but yes. Hypocrite, you damn right he is. But no, there is. I'll send you a link. I will.
Let's...
There you go. Watch that. It's a 20-minute video going over everything. It is. It's a video that goes over everything. Over the story, why it doesn't work, the characters, why it's not needed, then the backstory, what I just told you. It's a whole fucking mess. It is. It's a fucking mess. No.
Alright, I've got the substation reset. But if the grid shorted once, you know it could happen again, right?
You leave the electrical engineering to me, okay? Just get your ass to a safe zone. You're gonna have to spend the night there.
You're not sure how to feel now. Well, like I say, don't get me wrong. I don't blame Jodie Whittaker at all. I can't blame her. I can't. She has to act what... Oh, nice. She has to act what's given to her. You know. So I can't blame her. But, yeah, it's a mess. That's all I can say. And don't get me wrong, the new master... The actor who's portraying him, which I know some people are going to probably complain and say, oh, he's Asian. The master was a woman. The doctor's now a woman. Like, just fucking get over it. Like, the guy who's portraying the master seems to be, again, decent actor. But again, with what's written for you, like, you can't do much with the material when the material itself is, in fans' eyes, not great. You know? Like I say, all the Doctor needed to do was just have adventures. And for her first season, I mean, obviously she was a little wet under the feet, you know, getting into something as big as this. And that's true for even Matt Smith, David Tennant, and Christopher Eccleston. Like, if anything, Christopher Eccleston had the biggest shoes to fill. You know, having to bring back a series that had been dead for like 20 years. Because the last episode aired was about, I think, 1985. Somewhere around that. Because then obviously 10 years later, you dumb Americans decided to make a fucking movie out of it. Which then became canon. So... And then obviously in 2000... that was around 1996, I believe. And then obviously 10 years later after that, obviously Christopher Eccleston has to come back from pretty much a 20-year hiatus and a movie that a lot of people don't like. Oh, shit. He's one of the considered the few good parts of Jodie's series so far. And you know, like I say, don't get me wrong, I like him as an actor, and again, Jodie Whittaker, good actors, but it's just the material they're given. Did we create Paul McGann? Well, shit, yeah. The Americans created Paul McGann. Why would you think the Master was a fucking American? And everything happened in America. Because Sylvester McCoy walked out of his fucking TARDIS, got lit up by some gangsters because this was New York, and of course, he then dies, obviously then turns into Paul McGann, and then Paul McGann pretty much got the short end of the stick by being in the movie. But Paul McGann, you've never seen the movie, I've seen it like 3 times. But then Paul McGann did a lot of audiobooks. He did, like, you can obviously buy Doctor Who books and read them and whatever, but there's like Doctor Who audio stories that you can listen to, and he's done a lot of them over the years. He has. Probably because in a way he felt short-shifted with only doing a movie. So he probably wanted to do more, or felt like he wanted to do more because of just being in the movie that wasn't, it was very short-lived. No, the Doctor was pretty nice. Oh, the YouTube mini episode, yeah, where it brings together, obviously going from Paul McGann to the War Doctor, and then obviously you go from the War Doctor to Christopher Eccleston, which pretty much means Christopher Eccleston is the 10th Doctor, not the 9th. Because obviously, 8th Doctor being Paul McGann, yeah. The 8th Doctor being Paul McGann, then technically it was just Christopher Eccleston, but then you've got the War Doctor in the middle. John Hurt, rest in peace. Yeah, I know. John Hurt, the man who was in Alien, who got an alien poking out of his gut. Who was then also in Spaceballs, doing the exact same thing. Except sitting there, it happens. Oh, not again. And then it jumps off and starts doing the frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. I need to rewatch Spaceballs. I do. I really need to watch that. I do. Yeah, John Hurt. May he rest in peace. Also, the voice of the dragon in Merlin. It was. I mean, obviously, we could talk about Doctor Who forever. I mean, I know I could. Like, if anything, I love Star Wars. I love Lord of the Rings. But then Doctor Who just turns up and I love Doctor Who. Like, I've watched the older stuff as well. Not everything of the older stuff, but I've watched a bit of the older stuff. Like, for the second Doctor, bollocks, I forgot his name. Yeah, the second Doctor, he was pretty fucking comedic, he was. Because, like, at one point, he starts getting shot at, I think by a Cyberman or something. No, Cyberman's supposed to touch you. But I know in one episode he gets shot at, but he very specifically gets shot on his arse, like a couple times. And he's just running away, grasping, jumping. Woohoo! But, you know. Like, fuck, I forgot his name though. But yeah, the second Doctor, he was pretty good. I mean, all Doctors are good. I mean, they all have their bad moments, but, you know. Never brought it up because you didn't want to stereotype me. Okay, cheers, thanks. Well, like I say, you're the one who fucking brought up, oh, I just got a collection. Oh, you know that Absorbaloff episode of, like, season 1 of David Tennant? Yeah, I'm watching that right now. I don't know what happens. I do. Like I say, I've only ever seen, like, most episodes once, maybe twice. But clearly it's left a lasting impression on me, because to remember episodes of a TV show so fondly and you've only ever seen them once. Although I will admit, I attempted to watch Torchwood when that came out, and obviously I was a kid at the time. Torchwood episode 1 was pretty fucking horrific, because obviously I thought Torchwood was just going to be Doctor Who, but with Captain Jack Harkness. No, they R-rated the shit out of Torchwood, because then I believe in episode 2, there's an alien that goes round having sex with men and sucking their life force out of them when they orgasm. From that point forwards, as a kid, I never watched Torchwood. Because I sat down, watched it, and then there was this alien transformed into a woman, or sucked the woman into her, or whatever, and then went into a nightclub, found some guy, went into the bathroom. They was going at it. I mean, there was no thing, but, you know, they was going at it, and you could see it. And then he then just gets sucked into her, and it's sort of, oh. And so as a kid, I just stopped watching it. Fair enough, your mum is bored of Doctor Who but loves Torchwood. I mean, Torchwood is a nice R-rated version of Doctor Who, and it's a nice... It's a nice escape from the childness of Doctor Who. So Torchwood is still a good TV show. It's just that, you know, as a kid, the first episode was, I believe, some space pig running around trying to kill people. Obviously, as a kid, I was pretty mortified when I watched that. And then, like I say, the second episode was a life-sucking force alien that sucks your life force when you orgasm. Or when you have sex. So, like I say, at that point, I just stopped watching Torchwood. I mean, I picked it up eventually, but yeah, and then they've also brought back Captain Jack Harkness in the most recent series of Doctor Who as well, which that's a whole other thing. So maybe they'll bring back Torchwood, But if they do, I don't want this fucker to write for it. I don't. I really don't. Because Torchwood was good, but it kind of finished, from what I remember. It did, yeah, it kind of just finished and that was it, and there hasn't been anything for, I want to say, 7 years? I want to say it finished in like 2013. Oh no, 2011. 2011, so I was close. So it's been 9 years. Yeah, but Jack's return was apparently for member berries and little else. Yeah, no, I know why he's in it. I know exactly why he's in it, but yeah. Ooh. On the Radio Times, John Barrowman has a time-traveling Torchwood sequel idea to bring back all the characters. Yay me. Remember when you liked watching this? Here's Jack. Yep. Here's this guy. He's only just basically going to explain how this story thing happens. Bye, Jack. What? I think he's in it to basically explain how River Song gets his time device. But I'm 99% certain I already remember how they get it, because it's explained in an earlier season. Because he's the face of Bo, when you become the headless ones, the guys with the swords, you have to give them an object of importance to become one of them. So obviously he knew he wasn't going to die, and then obviously, oh here, have this. And I think that's how they get it, if I remember correctly. I think that's how they get his time device again. Not for him, but, you know, for River Song or whatever. Because I think River Song goes to where those headless guys are, whatever, kills a couple of them, finds the blue guy's head in a box, and then goes out and then picks it up. I want to be like 90% certain about that. I do. Oh well, who cares? I mean, I care, but, you know. Anywho, I'm off. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here for hours on end talking about Doctor Who. Which, I'll do happily, don't get me wrong. I'll happily talk about Doctor Who. But, not a lot of people would care about Doctor Who, or talking about it, so... Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll finish Mass Effect 3, then I'll continue this. I will. So, yeah, without further ado, fine, bugger off then. Screw you. But yeah, so like I said, obviously I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I'll finish Mass Effect 3. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming, I appreciate that more than most. Like I say, I can only stream, you can only watch. Without me, there is no you. Without you, there is no me. We need each other. But yeah, like I say, I'll continue this for you anyway tomorrow. But yeah, I want to finish Mass Effect 3 first. I'm like right at the end of the game, so I'll do that. Which should only take me maybe 2 hours, so I'll be on this at like 4 PM my time tomorrow. So if you're Washington State, that's about 6 hours. So 10 in the morning for you, I think. I'll probably roughly start this. So yeah. Anywho, without further ado, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Your Arizona State. Oh yeah, sorry. No, yeah, no, there's someone else who's Washington, sorry. I get confused. People turn up, you're all from America, you're all just a hodgepodge of gun-toting religious fucks. That's all you are. So, Arizona, you're more middle, so you're probably about 6 to 7 hours anyway, so like 9, 10 o'clock anyway, your time probably. You'll be around tomorrow if you're around. I'll see you then. But yeah, like I said, without further ado, see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks for coming along. I hope you didn't enjoy Resident Evil, or this piece of fucking shit. But yeah, I'll see you then. Have a good one. Peace. Night.